All right, here we are. All right, good morning, everybody. What is today? Today is Hump Day, Wednesday, August the 12th, 2026. Today's the day that it's cloudy here. It was rainy overnight, so all of the celestial shows were not viewable here in Maryland, but it's that solar eclipse day. I don't know if it's happened yet or not. The one that's Greenland, Spain, that area. Europe should be able to see it. But anyway, I think that's happening today. We were going to get meteor shower show. What else was going to happen? Oh, we might have been able to see the Milky Way. It's still there. It's still there, but it's above the clouds. All right, let's get Rosie going. Rosie is turned on there. Let's get her going here.
Connected to YouTube livestream _9XKWGTCYHI. Connected to YouTube livestream _9XKWGTCYHI.
I can't say it as fast as her. I try. In my head, I can. I just can't make my mouth work that fast. All right. Here we go. Seatbelts on. Lights on. Let's get out there and pursue some happiness today. For goodness sake. It's the least we can do. What else do I have going on? So that's off. The music's on. I feel like I'm missing something. It's been a very smooth process this morning. All the donuts were pretty much ready. We're good to go. We got Lenny's and What a Day. So we have 2 deliveries today, Lenny's and What a Day. Look, we're leaving right at 5 o'clock. Right at 5 o'clock, 15 minutes early, according to my scheduled live stream. Beep. So let's head off to Lenny's. Now, when I drove up here, first of all, I saw 3 deer and a fox. 3 deer and a fox. And the fox was getting ready to cross the road. The fox was like standing there watching. This was on the highway. And the fox was definitely watching to see when he could run across. I couldn't see like behind me whether he did it when I passed or not. And he was a clever one. The deer were just grazing along the side. But it was kind of rainy. I mean, when I left my house, it was kind of rainy. So, well, I don't know what's going to happen to that. What is this song? Remember, we're kind of experimenting with a new copyright-free music playlist. Every now and then I get into some weird ones. You know, you got to live on the edge. You got to live on the So that was my experience this morning, but it was cloudy, so I couldn't see anything. Like, I don't know. In theory, you wouldn't see the moon anyway, because we're at a new moon right now, and it is like the most covered that it possibly could be. If that makes sense. Not covered. I guess it's the sun's actually on the other side of it. So it's kind of at a point right now where you see none of it because it is completely shadowed. Sometimes on new moon you see like a tiny little sliver. Not going to happen today if you can see the moon, but I cannot see the moon. So that's the cosmic update for the day. I guess the meteor situation is still happening. So I think we're kind of like in the middle, during the month of August. I think that goes on for a week, maybe, something like that. We're going through the tail of some comet every year. It happens every year. So we could still probably have a night. If we had a clear night and the moon was still mostly new, you know, like I would think over the next day or two, it's still going to be pretty dark at night in the sky, if you have a clear sky. So, something to be aware of. I'd like to see it. I like shooting stars. I like seeing shooting stars. And supposedly some of the particles are large enough that they will come down and look like a fireball. And if you've never seen a fireball, and I'm not talking about the cinnamon liquor, which is kind of tasty on its own, but if you've never seen a fireball, they're very bright, they're kind of colorful, it's kind of neat. If you don't know it's a fireball, you could, oh, here we go, there's a little bit of spray on the windshield, I see it. But if you don't know you're looking at a fireball, it kind of looks like maybe we're being attacked by missiles of some sort. Because they usually have a very long tail, like there's quite a long streak, and sometimes it's colorful. The one I saw most recently was kind of like a bluish green color. This has been Craig reporting with your Cosmic Update.
Air 007 says, morning Craig, hope all is well, sir.
Chris, how are you? All is good here. Hey, did you have your solar eclipse over there? Did it happen yet? Don't look at the sun. Don't look at the sun. Unless you have those special glasses. There was something recently that I looked at that in hindsight you weren't supposed to look at, and I did have like a weird spot in my vision for a while. What was it? What was I looking at? I looked at something, and then later they were like, "No, don't look at that." But it was too late. I'd already looked.
Air 007 says, not seen any eclipse yet. The heat is going to be insane today and tomorrow, over 100 degrees again.
Wow. Well, you know what? That brings up a good point. If you're in this eclipse, it gets cooler for about 5 or 10 minutes. But it does get cooler during an eclipse if it's like a reasonable percentage of the sun. Like if you're not going to be in the total eclipse section, but I think you're going to have a pretty good. I don't know when it happens for you. Maybe like 5 o'clock in the evening? I don't know. I don't remember the time. You should look it up though. You should experience it. And it does get cooler. I remember that. What did I look at? I gotta try to remember what I looked at that I wasn't supposed to look at.
Air 007 says, yeah, it hopefully will get a bit cooler, lol. Chris Air 007 says, I need to get out of the UK. That new Prime Minister is no good. He said he wants rich areas to be full of asylum seekers too. Dude is insane.
Yeah. That's kind of weird. That's very weird. I know. wasn't the sun.
There's 007 says yeah, it's not good as they giving them brand new homes while British people can't even get an apartment to rent.
Oh, they're giving them homes? Like, why wouldn't they come? You know, like, in a way, you can't blame them. I mean, you can, but in a way, I can see why they can't. They should still go back. I'm not big on immigration. Illegal immigration is not a good thing. We're definitely getting lots. Whoa.
There's 007 says yeah, the government are incentivizing them to come here, but that's why I want out, as I want to live with safe people, not dangerous ones.
I can't blame you there. I mean, I feel like we got the issue somewhat under control here, but there's still an awful lot of people that think you shouldn't even worry about it. You should just have open borders and anybody can come in. And I don't understand that philosophy. I just can't. I can't understand it. I saw a YouTuber that went down to that island, the Spanish island. It was crazy down there. Mostly young men. It's all men.
There's 007 says, but it's nothing new in the UK since 2001. It's been going on. The population has grown by 10 million in the last 24 years, and UK is only 800 miles in length long.
I know. That is pretty dramatic. That's a pretty dramatic change. You kind of lose your culture and everything when that happens.
There's 007 says lol, yeah, I may go to one of the Eastern European nations and say, can I have a free house and money please, haha, I bet they won't help me.
No. Yeah, I know. That's just the thing. The places that all these folks are leaving, they're sensible enough not to allow it. I mean, do you think there's any chance that the people in the UK will put enough pressure on the government to stop it? Like, is that a possibility? Are there enough people in the UK? Do the people in the UK think it's okay? Like, I don't understand how that happens if you have a country full of people that, you know, don't want to put up with it. I think it's all been very well coordinated, unfortunately.
Airs 007 says the people have been out in mass protesting like 1 week. Over 2 million people joined the Tommy Robinson protest, but government still ignores them.
How long are you stuck with those people? Like, I guess I don't really understand how it works where, like, do the people have the ability to make changes in their government at some point? Got a green light. Are we going to make it?
There's 007 says people can't do nothing until the next election in May 2029, unfortunately, and Labor are clever. They want to bring these immigrants in for free votes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a long time.
There's 007 says, yeah, I think mass civil unrest will happen before the next election as too many of these illegals are out hurting young girls. It's very bad here at the moment, Greg.
Yeah, I've seen some of
Chris
those.
Air 007 says those two vehicles in right lane nearly having accident there.
Yeah, they did. I think you're right. I think you're right. That was a little exciting. Somebody. Windshield wiper. The window is very clean, but it's hard to keep it Tesla that we're behind is really not going quite fast enough to be in the fast lane. I think we should be going about 5 or 10 miles an hour faster than this.
Stairs 007 says, I wish we got that rain here. That's another reason sadly I will have to leave the UK, as the climate is getting hotter every summer. Eventually it will look like an Arab nation, a desert.
Yeah, it used to be rainy all the time. I remember thinking that the UK had a lot of cloudy weather, cloudy and rainy. Yeah, this guy that we're following really isn't going fast enough to be in this lane. Notice how he has nobody in front of him, and he's staying just in the right spot so you can pass him. He's slowing down even more. I kind of wonder, this is a Tesla, and I wonder if he's using the driverless option, because nobody goes this slow.
Stairs 007 says, it's weird as 2 years ago it literally rained in 2024 all year, but the government are stupid. Instead of capturing that water as reserve water, they let it all go to waste, so ponds are in drought.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've seen stories about similar situations in California. Alright, what are we doing? Maybe we can turn them off now. Now that we've passed that Tesla.
Tesla driver probably on autopilot and sleeping long.
Yeah, seriously. And look, now that we got past him, it's like we broke free. You know, if you're going to ride the speed limit, you shouldn't be...
Everyone racing now, haha.
I know. fine to drive that speed, just don't do it at the fastest, you know? This is a pretty light rain. Like, it's not really, it's sort of more misty than it is rainy. But we had 2 nights ago, not last night, but the night before, we had, oh my, it was unbelievable amount of rain. It was like a shower. I mean, like you were standing in the shower if you were outside. Except you probably shouldn't be naked, but it was like a shower. If you were wearing your clothes in the shower.
Morgan says good morning.
Morgan, good morning. Happy hump day.
There's 007 says morning at Morganelle 2225. Now Morgan says you're early today.
Yeah, we are a little bit early. Yeah, that's true. The donuts were ready. Actually, we were pretty early yesterday, too. I got there, and Jackie was the only one there yesterday when I got there. See, it's not raining at all right now. And it wasn't raining in Hampstead.
Morgan says it was thundering really bad around 3:30. Chris Ayers 007 says chemtrails law.
You have some crazy chemtrails. I mean, those trails that almost look like a checker, like somebody's drawn a board for checkers. That was crazy looking in your sky. Big garbage truck. Yesterday I was driving behind a garbage truck and the guys were hanging on the back and they were like jumping off and running. Like, I don't think the garbage truck really stopped. It would slow down a little bit, but
There's 007 says yeah, and people think that's normal here lol, but I remember in the 90s as a kid I never seen lines crisscrossing like that.
Yeah, the crisscrossing is kind of funny. I mean, that's weird looking. But these garbage men, like the truck didn't even stop. It would slow down and they would just jump off, grab the bags, and while they were running, throw them into the truck and then jump back on the truck. It looks like a pretty dangerous job, actually. Because then they're hanging on the truck, and then if the truck has to go, you know, I don't know, half a mile before you get to the next community, like they're hanging on the truck when it's going at speed sometime, I think. You can't fall asleep while you're working as a garbage. All right, here we are. Lenny's signs out. All right, everybody, slow down back there. Slow down back there. Going in. Oh, look, I think they fixed it. It looks like their van window is fixed. So that's one thing. They fixed something. Maybe the sign will be next. Get the rack. Let's turn that off. All right, we're going in. We're going in. Hey, you're not in there.
I did.
Oh, there we go. He's coming. Did you call him?
No, it's the rain.
Oh.
That's the raincoat. Not kind of raincoat. Light.
Yeah, it wasn't raining. I came from up in Hampstead. It wasn't. Thank you.
You go in.
It wasn't raining up there. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now it's your turn.
Thanks.
Oh, it's a billion. Powerball. Powerball made $1 billion. It's time. I might have to get a ticket. I should get a ticket. Did you get it? You got Powerball?
Yeah, Powerball.
I'm gonna get one.
You're gonna get one?
I'm gonna get one. Now that it's $1 billion.
Yeah.
You know, 975 million, that wasn't enough, but now it is. You know, I'm hearing thunder now. It's not raining here right now, but I just heard thunder. Thunder. What's that song? Thunder. Hear the thunder. You know the one I'm talking about? I don't know that song well enough to sing it. And you're all fortunate for that. Here we go. So right now it's still fine, but it's going to be pouring down raining, I think. All right, so there's Lenny's. They're getting 80 chocolate top cookie. Oh, remember how many? We had like all those rainbow cakes on Tuesday. No, on Monday. We had, remember? It's like a bunch of them. So they, of course they don't need any today. But they're stocking up on the chocolate chip cookies. 80 of them. There's the rest of the cookies. 4 raspberry sandwich cookies there. And we got 26 Danish. 12. Because today's Wednesday, so yeah, Bob will be coming here tomorrow. Plus 12 is 24. Math with credit. Plus 2 is 26. Plus we've got 4 donuts, 2 croissants, and an apple fritter. And there was a special request for a peanut butter, the one that's closest to me on the corner there, peanut butter donut. I don't know if that's because somebody that works there likes peanut butter donuts. Should I leave you there? What if it starts pouring down raining while I'm in there? All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back in the van just in case. But I'll leave you so you can see the back. All right, so we'll come up like this. Maybe I'll leave the door open. I'm just afraid when I go in there because I'm going to stop and get a lottery ticket. So it's going to take me a second to do that. And if I come out and it's pouring down raining, I don't want you guys hanging out in the rain, you know what I mean? I mean, it wouldn't bother you, but because you're safely home.
Aired 007 says, okay, Craig.
All right, here we go. Look, I will open this door though so you can see through. Morning. No, you're good. Thank you. All right, let's do this. How much is one of these tickets? I don't even know. Powerball. Okay, how much is that going to be? $2? Really? So what if I get one more play? It's $4. Do I have a 5 in here? Got a $5 bill. So what can yeah, I'll be back. Even if I win, I'll come back. What can I? What costs $1? So I got that. I got that. Power. Double play. No. Power play. What's that going to cost me? $1. I don't know what that means, but I just did it. What is a power pole? What is a power play? I don't even know. Okay, here we go. Magic card. Go to my card. Here's debit card. No, I want money. Where do I put the money? Buy now. All right, everybody, you might have been there when it happened. So I got two plays. Powerball, $1 billion. $1 billion. That's just stupid money, you know what I mean? All right. All right, have a good day. Whoops. Come on. All right. Got my Powerball ticket. Here it is. Ooh, my numbers. Any good numbers on here? Let me see. There's a 28. Ooh, I like this one. All right, listen to this. It's 6, 17, 26, 28, 62. I like that set of numbers right there. Powerball number is 12. 12 is a dozen donuts. I deliver donuts. It's all linked. So listen, everybody, if the Powerball number is 12, this could be it. $28. I was born on the 28th of the month. 62. I'm 62 years old. So that set of numbers right there, it means a lot to me. I'll be spending some time thinking about what I'm going to do with all my money. All right, off to what a day. Here we go. Here we go.
Stairs 007 says, "Well, you will be a millionaire by next year, Craig Law."
Could be. So if you want $1 billion, I don't know what that. It's going to be what, 500 million maybe that they. I don't know what the cash amount is. It probably says it on there. But it's usually a considerably less. Probably says on the ticket. Then you got to take taxes off of that. So it's $1 billion jackpot. The cash amount is, I should have looked. Let's say it's 500,000. It might be a little more than that. But let's just say 500,000. Then you got another 50% in taxes. So you're only going to get 250 million. It's hardly worth it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sure when the drawing is. When do they draw the Powerball? When do they draw the Powerball? One thing I was thinking about doing, I didn't go to a carnival this year. I've been thinking about that. I think my last chance at anything fair carnival-ish is going to be the Maryland State Fair. The Maryland State Fair happens the last week in August into Labor Day. I gotta look at the exact dates. I might have to look into that. See if I want to do that. They've got a lot of animals. Might see a cow birth. I saw a cow born at the fair one time. It's so weird. You sit, like they had bleachers set up, and then they have this area where the cow is laying. Pretty good size. I mean, they're not like in this tiny little caged area. It's a pretty open spot. The cow's laying there. And everybody just sits there and waits. What an embarrassing situation for the cow. Like, oh my goodness. I got like 50 people sitting here watching me, waiting for me to give birth. But it is kind of cute. So I might do that. I don't know about the cow. The cow, it's a fluke whether you're going to actually get to see the birth or not. And if I'm going to use up some luck, if the choice is whether to be lucky at this fair and see a cow born, or to be lucky and win the Powerball, I'm going to go for the Powerball. Because if I'm lucky and I see the Powerball, I could buy a cow. I'll just buy a pregnant cow. If I want to see a cow born. I think that's my plan. Win the Powerball, buy a pregnant cow. High beams on. Ooh. That person walking across the street is wearing all dark. Of course, so am I. But you do have to think about that. If you're crossing the street and you're wearing all dark clothing.
Donna says morning all.
Good morning, Donna. Happy hump day. Oh look, here we are. We're at the speed camera. Speed camera. All right, be good.
Donna says thanks for telling me about salt on cantaloupe. Now Donna says really makes a difference.
Oh, did you try that out? Yeah, it does,
Now
doesn't
Donna says having some.
it? It's such a weird thing. I mean, you wouldn't think it does, but it like totally brings the flavor out.
There's 007 says at Donaku 594 GTSY. Now Donna says hi Chris.
Oh, I should have looked that up. I should have looked up the solar eclipse time in the UK.
There's 007 says cheers Donna, hope you have a great day. Now Donna says you too.
Green, we're going green.
There's 007 says cheers Donna.
When is your, let me see if it's, hey Google. What time is the solar eclipse in the UK today? Let's see what they say.
16 p.m. British Summertime, depending on location. It ends by 8:10 p.m. British Summertime.
Says what city is the fair in?
This, all right, wait a minute, hold on. So the begins at 6. All right, Chris, your solar eclipse starts at like 6 o'clock. And then it's going to be, it peaks at like 7. So you got until 7 o'clock to see your solar eclipse. I just looked it up. Or I just asked AI. The fair is in Timonium, which is a suburb. It's like north of Baltimore. So it's about maybe 5-10 miles north of Baltimore.
There's 007 says cheers Craig, it's supposed to cover 90% of the sun, hopefully it won't be cloudy, haha.
Yeah, but that's a lot. 90% is a lot. I mean, you still can't look at it. Don't look at it. Because even though there's only 10% of it there, but you should check it out. So I think it's at 7 o'clock is when it's going to be at its peak. I think 90% is more. I think the last time we had a solar eclipse that you could see from Maryland, it was only like in the 80s, 80%, something like that. So 90% is going to be pretty good. And it will get cooler. You're going to feel the temperature get cooler when it happens. For about 5 minutes. It's not like you know, it's not going to be a while, but
There's 007 says I may use my phone to record it.
you can probably, yeah, you should. Yeah, you could do that and post it. Hopefully, it won't be cloudy. Yeah, the Maryland Fairgrounds are in Timonium, Maryland. So that's where they do the
Chris
fair.
Ayers 007 says us did have that big solar eclipse in 2017. My friend went on a cruise ship to film that and it was so cool.
It's 2017. I remember that one. That one, you can see that one from Maryland also. I think we were closer to like, it was a little less, that was like 60 or 70% covered. It wasn't, the best place to be is where you get 100%, but that's like a relatively thin band. It doesn't last very long, but it's a very thin band. Where's my... Actually, the Maryland State Fair was one of the first, like I drove there. It was one of the first places I like drove to after I got my license. And I could drive by myself. That was a long time ago.
Ayers 007 says it still looked amazing when he filmed the eclipse. Check out Exploring with Josh. Go back to 2017 and you will see it in videos.
Oh, that's cool. What's that channel name? What did you say? Well, I can go back and look at the chat. But yeah, I will check that out. In the areas where it's a total eclipse, I don't think it really happens too much.
There's 007 says yeah, he had Bonnie Tyler on the ship singing Total Eclipse of the Heart. Lol, perfect song for the moment.
That would be the perfect song. See, if you make a short, you got to put that song behind it. I like that song actually. say? Oh, I don't think it happened. If it's like 90%, I don't know if you're going to experience it, but in the total eclipse area, the animals act funny.
007 says, yeah, I will do haha.
All kinds of crazy stuff happens in the total eclipse area. Like the temperature goes down, the animals act a little weird.
There's 007 says, rest in peace to Bonnie Tyler, great singer she was. She also sang I Need a Hero.
Oh yeah, I remember that song too. That was a good one. Yeah, she was good. Turn around, bright eyes. What year did that song come out? Was it late 70s or 80s? I want to say early 80s.
There's 007 says, lol, the guy who sang that part was Jim Steinman. He is the guy who found Meatloaf.
Oh yeah, Meatloaf. That song reminds me of one of the summers I lived at the beach. And that would have been 82 or 83. Like, you know how you connect songs to like certain events sometimes? I just remember being at the beach for the summer before I got a real job.
There's 007 says, the old songs were the best. I can't listen to new music as it all sounds I generated now.
Yeah, I like the old songs. Old songs. Billy Joel. He was doing good. Phil Collins. I haven't kept up with the new artists so much.
There's 007 says, even the pop bands of the 80s were way better than today. Bands like a-ha with that song they did called Take On Me, and also that band that did that song called Don't You Forget About Me. Brilliant.
Yeah, they did have some good stuff. Take on me. Take on me. Take me. I can't sing. Man, I'm butchering that song.
There's 007 says lol carpool karaoke with Craig Baffert.
I was cracking some bad notes on that one though. I mean that's all you have to hear, and you know the whole song. The whole song goes through your head. All you have to hear is that one line. 6:05. We are early. We are early. That little light is flashing. Let's see if they saw me. I think they saw me. What was I going to look at? Oh, let's see what the cash dollar amount is. The cash drawing. Look at my ticket. The next multi-match jackpot.
There's 007 says also Bon Jovi. I met his son in the Waitrose supermarket once lol he looked like a young version of his dad and was very polite. I should have took a photo but as a staff member I was not allowed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was good. Next multi-match jackpot. It doesn't tell you on the ticket what the cash jackpot is. Oh yeah, it does. Here we go. Oh, they opened the door. So the jackpot is $1 billion, but if you take the cash, which is what I would do, because I can't be spreading it over 20 years, I won't get it all. Cash amount is $433,000. What? Man.
There's 007 says yeah he was with his girlfriend at the time Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things but she looked very plain Jane.
Well, that happens sometimes when you see them in real life. All right, so I'm only going to win $433 million, but that's okay. That's all right. I can survive off of that. All right, let's go do this delivery thing. I got to go in there and get the cabinet too. Look at how that light's flashing. See it? Wouldn't be good. You know how like some places you have to be warned about flashing lights like that because you could.
There's 007 says 433 million is just enough to survive haha.
It'll get me through. It'll get me through. Good morning. All right, taking the donuts. I mean, somebody's got to eventually win, you know? I mean, I know the chances are very, very thin, but eventually someone is going to win. And when that happens, there's no reason why it couldn't be me. All right, what do we got going on here? They got... Look, they've got a tray with one donut on it. I mean, really? No. I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, they got... I don't know what I'm doing here. Just trying to make room. All right, here we go. What did we get today? We got 94 donuts. We started with our chocolate glazed, the M&Ms. Next, oh, it's going to be this a variety here. We got vanilla, we got M&Ms, we got Butterfinger, and some more chocolate M&Ms. Got a customer. You see that? They just pulled up. Glazed strawberry, maple. Getting a chocolate donut. He's getting a chocolate donut. That guy's getting a chocolate donut. We got to get in there. We got to get in there. We got a chocolate donut emergency situation. See, that's why I always listen, because now she might be sending out Carlos to get the chocolate donut, but we're going to be in there. All right, here we go. Whoop! Get in there. This guy needs a donut. Stat. Coming through. We need a chocolate donut stat. All right, guy. Have a good one. Oh, look, I got a check here too. All right. Woo. Goodness gracious. All right. Donuts delivered. I think when Bob cleaned the van, he got under here too. Like, it was a few days ago, so it's picked up a little bit of dirt, but he did pretty good. The whole van cleaned up. Did I show you that the other day? Well, now I got trays in there, but see, like, he got all the crumbs and stuff. cleaned it all up in there. There we go. All right. We have a little more than half a tank. So I don't think we really need to get gas today. I mean, part of me thinks maybe we should. Let's see, if the needle goes below a half, all right, that's what we're gonna do. So if we get to Westminster and that needle goes below the half mark, we'll get gas. We'll reevaluate. Whoops. Oh, this guy's good. He really didn't have to do that, but that was very nice. There was a guy back there, and I think when he saw my reverse lights go on, he's like, oh, maybe I should move. Oh, there's Steve. Steve's going in to get his coffee. Why did he park all the way down there? Maybe he's trying to get his steps. All right, so 433 million. So then you take half off of that. Still 200 million. It's not bad. The misty, rainy stuff sort of stopped.
There's 007 says streets are so empty there in the morning. Here I am literally nose to tail in traffic. Everyone drives here long.
Well, this way, the traffic, this is pretty early though. I mean, it'll be much
says,
heavier.
Good morning, Fred and everyone.
Hey, good morning, Hala. On this road, the morning traffic is going the other direction. So we have more cars passing us. And that'll pick up. It's 6 o'clock. It's like 20 after 6 now, a.m. So in an hour or so, it'll get a little crazier.
Paula says, where are they going? What area?
The traffic that's passing us here is headed south. So my guess is that some of those folks are working either in DC or the Maryland suburb above DC. Maybe Columbia. So some of them may be going to Washington, D.C., especially this early. To be on the road this early, that's probably where they're headed. Some of them. And then there's a community between Baltimore and Washington.
There's 007 says morning at Hollis 6448.
Sits right in the middle
Now
of
Hollis says, good
Baltimore and
morning,
Washington.
Chris.
And that could be where some of them are going, but it'd be kind of early for that. That community between the two cities is called Columbia. That was like a totally planned community. It's very organized. It's a nice place. It was built by the same developer that built the Inner Harbor.
There's 007 says cheers at Hollis 6448.
That's another video I gotta make. Maybe I'll try to put that one together. I want to make the video about the Inner Harbor being completely renovated. Refurbished.
Says, so if they are going to DC, do you think they drive all the way or just part and take the train?
They're probably, that's a good question. If I were them, I would drive down to the suburbs and take the subway in. It's probably a mix of anybody who commutes down there is probably driving to a subway station and then taking that into the city. They might be driving all the way in. I don't know. Washington has a pretty good subway system. I mean, it works pretty well.
Says, I thought you did that video on the Inner Harbor.
I took all the video, but I didn't put it together yet, because then shortly after I took that video, they had that Sail 250, which was all around the Inner Harbor. So they were going to be too similar. Like the one where I walk around the Inner Harbor, I'm talking really about Harbor Place and the area that they're gonna demolish it and build a new, like a whole new area. They're kind of knock down all of those pavilions that are down there. It's going to be less retail. I think they're going to make some more like residential towers and stuff like that. Some open space, some restaurants. But when they built the Harbor Place that's down there now, when they built that in the late 70s, it kind of became very popular in the 80s, like 79 and then into the 80s. That was like in the heyday of malls. So it had, the shopping and the pavilions that they built sort of had a mall type feeling. I think they're going to get away from that. I think malls should make a comeback. I like malls.
Paula says one of my brothers used to work in the DC. He lived in Alexandria, Virginia. It's a short commute to DC from there.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Alexandria, I don't know. I think that's part of the... You do realize that, like, Washington used to be a square. Virginia gave up some of their land, and Maryland gave up some of their land to create Washington. And then, I don't know if it was Civil War related. I don't know when that happened, but at some point Virginia got an attitude and said, we want our land back. That's why Washington has sort of a weird shape to it now. It's not a square anymore. Because Virginia took their land back, and I think that's where Alexandria is. I think. I could be wrong about that Alexandria part. I should probably I should refresh myself on that story. Like, I don't remember when that happened. It was before my lifetime. It was before my lifetime.
Paula says we need to get Tiffany to make some new songs and then go on mall tours. That will help them to make a comeback.
Yeah. I miss them. Tiffany. I mean, not having to leave your house is convenient, but I kind of don't like it. They have remodeled, so we've just passed, there's a Target to the left of me right now, and they updated their signage, but I just noticed there's a new sign there that says remodeled. I didn't know Target was remodeling their stores. I'm a little curious about what that means. Oh, you know what? When I did take video. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but that one day when I guess it was Monday, and we were talking about Walmart. So I went to Walmart to do my shopping, and
Paula says I didn't know that. I just know the hotels are cheaper there and you are minutes away from DC.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you could probably take the subway from there, even if you didn't want to drive in. But I videotaped my whole shopping experience, and I'm planning to chop it up and turn it into a short. I might do that today because that won't take me very long. So I'll just have so the camera was attached to the shopping cart facing out, and I'm just gonna, and I kind of put everything I was putting in the cart, I put in front of the camera for a second. So I'm gonna try to do something with that. But I think I got a quick view of the Pepsi lady that we were talking about. I think when I got my cottage cheese, when I was putting the cottage cheese in the cart, I think she's in the background. So keep an eye out for that.
Paula says you are off tomorrow.
Yes, I am. Ooh, we didn't get gas. All right. Well, the gas was not below a half a tank, so I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking I don't like to have enough gas to make it until Friday, but then Bob might wonder, I wonder if he has enough gas for tomorrow. So, but I do. He shouldn't have to get gas tomorrow. Saturday to me. I think this is the equivalent of Saturday.
Paula says, well, I think you should get gas. Do the right thing, Craig.
No, but I think he's got enough. He does have enough. He has enough gas so that I can get the gas on Friday. So I'm just going to leave a note so that he doesn't have to think about it. I'm just going to say, I'll get the gas. Because we have enough for tomorrow's trip plus half of Friday. Be good, and then now and the good thing there is I'll be getting gas on Friday. I got to remember a cookie. We'll take something to Crystal on Friday.
Paula says, especially if you off tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I think I have enough for tomorrow and Friday. Because the last time we got gas was Sunday, which means I've now driven Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're not even at a half a tank yet. So he should be fine tomorrow, and I'll just get gas on Friday. We should be good. think Hala wants to see Crystal today. Is that what it is? Are you having crystal withdrawal? Because we didn't.
Paula says okay. Sounds like a plan. Once you mentioned Cookie, I changed my position on the subject.
I got to remember that on Friday. Friday, we need a big cookie.
Now Hala says put it on your calendar.
Yeah, I definitely will set up a reminder. Maybe I'll give her one of our 10-year anniversary cookies.
Paula says that sounds swell.
Oh, Hala, I meant to ask you, how are you on your watch hours? Did you hit that 4,000 mark? I know you got 1,000 subscribers, but did you get your? Have you hit 4,000 watch hours?
Paula says I'm a bit short. I need about 275.
275. Okay. So you'll be all right. You'll be able to do that by February. 200 and so. So you're like in the 3,700 range. Oh look, they finished this road. Done. They repaved this whole road in 2 days. I mean, separate days, but.
Paula says, when are you going to get more 4 people to subscribe?
I think I need 5, don't I? I lost one. I don't know. I gotta create some videos. I mean, I've been thinking that anyway. I really do need to put some more videos out there. I probably should start, like I've noticed at the end of your shorts. I like what you do at the end of your shorts. Like you've got like a quick little reminder. That's a good idea. Got a lot of cows here. We got a lot of cows.
There's 007 says at Hollis 6,448. Craig was only 2 away from 500, but YouTube seems to unsub people. Now Hollis says because it's a rolling year, so hours drop off from a year ago, but I think by February.
Yeah, that's pretty close. 275 is pretty close. That's very close. Very close.
Hollis says yes, they do unsub people as you get close.
Well, and don't you think too? I mean, like I think you notice it more too when you're close. Like I never really paid much attention to that number until it got like in that range, and then you're like, oh, let me look at it. Like I'm definitely paying more attention to that number just because it's more interesting when you're close. But I mean, it could be anything, right? It could be like bots that subscribed that they're getting rid of, stuff like that. Could be anything. Could be anything. Oh, all right, guys. Grab. There we go. All right. Well, Wednesday.
Hollis says yes, true, same here, I never paid attention.
Yeah, then you shot right. How long did it take you to get from 500 to 1,000? Did that take a while? Like, does it get progressively faster? It seems like it does. It seems like as you go, it kind of, it's like compound interest. It gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So, I'm not too worried about it. All right, guys. Chris?
There's 007 says, cheers, Craig, see you soon.
All right.
Now Hollis says, enjoy your day off.
I
Take
will.
care, everyone.
Thank you, Chris. Remember to check out the solar eclipse. I want to see that if hopefully you get a chance to see it. Donna?
Anna says thanks for the ride, Craig. Have a great day all.
Have a good
great
one.
day off, Craig.
Have a good one. Thank you. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy your day. And I will see you again Friday morning.